Monetary policies affect interest rates and the available quantity of loanable funds. If an expansionary monetary policy were going to be used, then the supply of loanable funds will increase, which in the end causes interest rates to drop. If a contractionary policy were going to be used, then the supply of loanable funds will decrease, which in the end causes interest rates to rise. Now we will look at how the change in interest rates will affect their aggregate demand curve. The two factors of the aggregate demand curve that will be affected by monetary policy are investment and consumption. As we learned already, when an expansionary monetary policy is used, interest rates will fall. When interest rates fall, firms are more likely to invest in physical capital, which causes investment to rise. The firms will prefer to put their funds towards financial investment instead. When interest rates fall, consumers are more likely to take out loans because the lower interest rates means that future payments will be reduced. This creates an incentive to consume more today. Therefore, an expansionary monetary policy leads to lower interest rates, which in the end leads to the aggregate demand curve expanding. As we learned already, when a contractionary monetary policy is used, interest rates will rise. When interest rates rise, firms are less likely to invest in physical capital, which causes investment to fall. When interest rates rise, consumers are less likely to take out loans because the higher interest rates mean that the future payments will be more. This causes consumers to consume less big-ticket items that would require taking a loan. Consumption also falls with higher interest rates because instead of spending their money, they will save it to make more money from the higher interest rate. Therefore, a contractionary monetary policy leads to higher interest rates, which in the end leads to the aggregate demand curve contracting.